Hello, sports fan. This is Stephen Hill for Sports Choice Plus. I'm bringing you a very special breakdown. I'm going to be covering was Kevin Durant right? Before I get right into that, I want to make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel so you can get all the updates each and every time we have breakdown coverage or debate topics here on Sports Choice Plus. Without further ado, hit that subscribe button. Let's get right into the action. This week, it's been a long week, but I was able to get in a little bit of reading this week done and looking at Slam Online articles. Basically, Kevin Durant is basically saying that Kyrie Irving, his teammate, his new Brooklyn Nets teammate, is now essentially better than Allen Iverson ever was. In so many small words, he basically came out and said that skill for skill, ball handle for ball handle, and I want to make sure I get this right. Pretty much, Kyrie is better than AI to me. That's basically what he said. Skill for skill, his handle is better. There's just so much Kevin Durant says, and I don't think he thinks before he says a lot of these things. When you're comparing Kyrie Irving to Allen Iverson, I don't think you can really compare those two together. You're talking about a transcendent talent that literally came at a time when the NBA was looking for a superstar on the back end of Jordan's career, and you're looking at Allen Iverson in 96, 97 as a hotshot kid out of Georgetown and what he meant to the Philadelphia 76er franchise and to that community. When you're looking at just the leader he was for that team, as far as scoring leader, as far as he was their bravado, he was their voice, he was their reason. And just everybody doesn't realize how special that team was that he took, that he carried to the NBA Finals against Shaq and Kobe. And you're just seeing these comments and you're thinking to myself, okay, what are we missing here? When Kevin Durant speaking in this blasphemous tone, I think that he has to understand that while Kyrie is a great player, Kyrie in today's game has one of the best handles of all time. He can boogie, he can dance, he can get into the lane, he can score, he can shoot threes, he hits big shots. But when you're asking, can Kyrie Irving literally carry a team and him be the best player on that team? The answer is probably no. We've seen when LeBron was not with him, when he was in Cleveland, how he didn't sniff the playoffs. We saw that how that team was consistently in the draft lottery. You're looking overall at what that team was built on and what kind of talent they had on that team. And I think almost every single team that Kyrie's been on has been more talented than the teams Allen Iverson was on in a Philadelphia 76ers uniform. When you're looking at how he had to navigate the Eastern Conference back then, Allen Iverson had some tough opponents. When you're looking at Vince Carter and company, you're looking at possibly Ray Allen and company. That's when he played for the Bucks. You're looking at a strong Eastern Conference that not only was pretty good at producing, pretty good teams, but it was very competitive back then in the Eastern Conference. Allen Iverson, pound for pound, when it comes to scoring, he literally scoring champ to me. When you see how small his frame was and how small his body was, but he still each and every week got the job done. That's kind of what it was. He carried the Sixers and willed them even when they didn't have the talent. When you're looking at players like Eric Snow, when you're looking at Aaron McKee, when you're looking at Todd McCullough, when you're looking at Dikembe Mutombo, George Lynch, I could go on with a list of players that were on that team in a time where literally I followed the Sixers every single night. But when I'm looking at AI is a Hall of Famer. Kyrie eventually may become a Hall of Famer, but you're looking just how special he was and the things that people probably don't realize he did. When that MVP, I don't think Kyrie will ever win an MVP in the NBA. Not trying to sound, like he can't do it, but in today's game, you see that the MVPs are going toward the bigger guys. They're going towards the Giannis's. They're going towards the LeBrons, the ADs, those kind of guys. Even though James Harden will win it occasionally, things like that. But Kyrie doesn't stay healthy enough to play an actual season and get it done. But when I'm looking at the overall career achievements, I don't think there's going to be anything. Even though Kyrie has a ring because of LeBron, you're looking at AI without a ring possibly having a better resume than Kyrie does at this point in time, even with that championship on his resume. We can't disrespect Allen Iverson, and I think Kevin Durant has to realize, like, at some point in time, you have to pay homage where it's due. Kyrie, again, he can dance, he can boogie, he's a great young player, but he's no AI. I don't see a situation where he can ever put a franchise on his back, game for game for game, challenge anybody in the Eastern Conference Finals or the Western Conference Finals, and carry a team long enough to where they can have that success long term. So, once again, I have to disagree with Kevin Durant. I think, when it comes down to it, he got baited into a comment probably and stuck his foot in his mouth again. But I can't really put Kyrie above Allen Iverson, even in his worst year in Philadelphia. So, what do you guys think? Do you think Kyrie Irving is better than Allen Iverson? Do you think Allen Iverson is better than Kyrie? Leave your comments in the comment section below and drop some facts in there if you want to. Don't forget, share this video in your sports group. Make sure you're subscribing to the YouTube channel. And until the next video, my good people, stay safe, mask up, and I'll see you soon.